It is 5:42, and this is some fantastic news. The Herrin House of Hope going back to dine-in only after having to-go-to orders during the pandemic. Incredible.
That's right. Brooke is live in downtown Herrin with more on these changes. Brooke?
Yeah, good morning, Evie and Dave. Well, I made my way from inside the kitchen here to the dining room. This is where patrons come in. They're able to take a seat and put in an order. They have a menu. They have a choice that they get to make for this soup kitchen. But this dining room really hasn't been used in the past 2 years. It's been all to-go orders. So joining me again this morning is the director of the Herrin House of Hope, John Steve. So just go ahead and tell me a little bit about how you guys have been impacted or were impacted during the pandemic, because I know it kind of impacted everybody differently.
Yeah. So when the pandemic hit, we knew that it was a vital service that still needed to be provided to the community to meet those in need. So we wanted to address that hunger relief, food insecurity to the best capacity as possible. So we had went into a to-go service operation, as most had adopted to, and it had became efficient. It had became really proactive for us, for our team as well, for immediately shift. But our numbers had skyrocketed, and so we're talking about an average of 300 meals per day, when pre-COVID we were only averaging maybe 120 meals dine-in. So after 2 years of doing a to-go operation, as an emergency assistance to those in need, we're ready to go back to dine-in service to feed those in need with dignity.
And you were telling me really quickly that a lot of the people that came in during the pandemic were people that hadn't really used your services before. I know a lot of people had their hours reduced at work, or maybe possibly lost their job.
Yeah. So when we were in a relationship where we knew pretty much everyone pre-COVID, and then when the pandemic had hit, we've seen some new faces, and a lot of new faces. And as we were building a relationship with these people, man, these folks were great people. Just didn't think that they would ever be in a position of needing assistance from the community, such as Herrin House of Hope. So we always emphasize that we are just happy that we're here to be here for you, and so please take advantage of the services as much as possible. And so yeah.
And speaking of services, you guys also have a food pantry and thrift store. So I'm going to be showing you those next throughout the morning show. But for now, Dave, I'm going to go ahead and toss it back to you.
Well, we're going to continue the talk of giving high school seniors in Johnston City, give back to the community. They spent their time yesterday cleaning up around town, collecting trash, you see right there on your screen. And they washed businesses' windows and then got rid of an old dock. The school counselor, Debbie Riker, says it's a way to say thank you to the town that helped raise these students. Now, this is the first time that seniors in Johnston City have done this day of giving, but they hope it's not the last. Me either. Good stuff there. I love seeing young people get involved. I should have brought them over to mow my yard, though.
Can I borrow you guys just for a little bit?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Track you to